If you're watching this, you are most likely already thinking that you would like to move to Canada. But in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the reasons why Canada is such a popular destination for immigration.
It may come as a surprise to learn that Canada actually wants immigrants. Canada has a long history of immigration with declining birth rates and an ageing population, and as a result, is very keen for young, enthusiastic and skilled immigrants who are going to contribute to the economy and boost the population. Also, with such a high percentage of immigrants, Canada is incredibly multicultural. In fact, the 2016 census reported that there were more than 250 ethnic origins in the Canadian population, with 4 in 10 people claiming to have more than one origin. So if you're a foreigner, you'll fit right in.
Right, so we'll start with a few numbers about immigrants. In 2020, immigrants made up just over 20% of the Canadian population, but the government hopes to bring this number higher. Pre-COVID, Canada welcomed around 300,000 new immigrants each year, which is one of the highest rates per head of population in the world. Due to the pandemic, this number dropped to just 184,000 in 2020. However, there are very ambitious targets for coming years, with Canada hoping to land 401,000 new permanent residents by the end of 21 and another 10,000 each year up until 23.
In short, this means that Canada is desperate for skilled immigrants to contribute to their workforce and economy. So there's never been a better time to get started on your move to Canada. There are a lot of popular destinations for those looking to start a new life away from their home country, the main ones being Australia, the US and the UK, but Canada remains near the top of that list for good reason.
To begin with, Canada has a reputation for being one of the friendliest nations on earth, and deservedly so. Wherever you go, you'll always be greeted with a smile and a "How you doing?" Unfriendly Canadians are pretty hard to find.
Coming from a country where talking to strangers is not the norm, this can take a bit of getting used to, but it's impossible not to smile back and enjoy the genuine warmth of the people here.
The vast space and feeling of freedom is something which draws a lot of people to Canada. Not many people know that Canada is the second largest country on Earth in terms of landmass, but a whopping 80% of it is uninhabited. That's a lot of nature to explore. A lot of countries within Asia or Europe are vastly overcrowded, with gridlocked roads, pollution, housing shortages, to name but a few. Compared to this, Canada feels endless. Outside of the main cities, the roads are generally pretty empty, the air is much cleaner, and there's so much more choice for weekends away, especially during school holidays.
Part of Canada's huge appeal is that the country is simply beautiful. There are jaw-dropping landscapes everywhere, and if you're coming from a densely populated country, there will likely be views unlike anything you've seen before. Between the lakes, the mountains, the wildlife, and the sunsets, you won't be disappointed. Even the cities are beautiful, and I am admittedly not much of a city person.
And on the subject of beautiful landscapes, Canada also has very appealing climate, which was a hugely important factor for us when deciding on a place to live. Lovely scenery is all well and good, but if it's raining all the time, it's pretty difficult to make the most of it. Depending on which province you choose to live in, you can enjoy hot summers with a beach culture, mild winters, or very cold and snowy winters packed with snow sports. The country is so vast that there is a huge choice of places to live, from mountains to prairies and oceans to lakes, from vast open wilderness to vibrant cities. Really, Canada does have something for everyone.
Another good reason for choosing Canada is that it is considered to be one of the safest places to live in the world, with very low crime rates. This is especially appealing for those with young children, as the whole country is also very family friendly. The education system in Canada is also second to none, coming in way ahead of the US and UK in terms of academic achievement, so no worries there for families with kids.
Nationwide, there is a great focus on community, with a lot of community events being organised, a big emphasis on helping others and on neighbourhoods helping each other out. There are libraries in most big towns and a lot of activities and events organised for kids and for families. As with the US, Thanksgiving, Halloween, things like that, they're huge here, with a great feeling of togetherness, celebration.
Finally, Canada offers a really good standard of living and a great quality of life, which is something we've really noticed since moving here. There is universal healthcare, a lot of government subsidised services, a real focus on the outdoors and a healthy lifestyle, and a really good work-life balance with lots of public holidays and flexible working hours. People like their free time here and really use it. Bike racks, roof boxes and trailers are the norm, and it's a wonderful culture of maximising your time and getting outside.
So if this has not convinced you that moving to Canada is a great idea, I don't know what will.
We hope you've enjoyed today's video and be sure to click subscribe to keep up to date with more tips and information on moving to Canada. Thanks for watching.